Good evening, my dear YouTube viewers. Today also we will continue the positivism with another subheading. The name is Reflexive Sociology Resisting Methodological Dualism. According to Mr. Gardner, the reflexive sociology is a meaning and alternative of the positivism. He also warned the methodological dualism, the implicit in the positivism. The positivism, particularly in this positivism, the dualism separates knower to the known, subject from the object, fact from the values. The sociology is engaged with one is political, another is emotional, and also aesthetic sense. By this, what is happening? It lost its scientific discipline roots. Later, it will receive the heavy blow. And then, the methodological dualism based upon the fear, but not so much of fear of this being studied, the sociologist by itself, by oneself or itself. It assumes the feeling of blood enmity of intellectuals and also unfeeling and sentiment of knower. It is also pleaded that methodological monoism, which separates knower from the known. That is, if you want to know the others, first you should know by yourself. In this way, self-reflexivity had a great importance. If you are really interested to know about the others, first, not only by studying the sociology is not sufficient, and also one should listen carefully and confronted by oneself. Knowing is not the impersonal effort, but personalized effort by whole embodied men. The monoism generates self-awareness as well as the new sensitivity or new sentiment. The sociology is occurred in two ways. One is the positive sociology, second one is reflexive sociology. In the positive sociology, it always remains the neutral and political, whereas in reflexive sociology, it always goes with moral commitment and ethical engagement. Once again, we will review. Today, we will study the methodological dualism in the positivism. Okay, in the Mr. Gardner wants to say about the reflexive sociology. This reflexive sociology is a meaning of alternative of the positivism. He also warned methodological dualism, the implicit of in positivism. This dualism separates knower from the known, subject from the object, and the fact from the value. The sociology generates politically, emotionally, and aesthetically. As a result, what will happen? The nature of scientific discipline status will be minimized and receive the heavy blow. And it assumed the feeling of blood enmity of intellectuals and also the unfeeling unsentiment of Neuer. He also pleaded that the methodological monoism, which separates knower from the known. That is, if you want to study the others, first you should know what you are. That's why self-reflexivity is very, very important. It occupies the central place also. So, here, if you want to study really the others, by simply studying the sociology, you cannot understand wholly. So, for that, it is better to listen carefully and confront by oneself. Knowing is not the impersonalized effort, but personalized effort by whole embodied men. This monoism generates self-awareness and new sensitivity, or another way new sentiment also. The sociology occurred in two ways. One is positive sociology, second one is reflexive sociology. In the former one, that is in the positive sociology, we can study the neutrality of the subject and the political aspects of the subject. Whereas in the later one, the reflexive sociology, it is related to the moral commitment and ethical engagement. By this, today's lecture is completed. This is Bindu taking leave from the YouTube platform.